Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Josh Thomas here from TheBitBlock. I'm joined by a singing Rogers bass.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
What are you doing there?
I am singing. I don't even know what game that's from. What game is that song
That's
from?
Dr. Mario.
That's right. That is Dr. Mario.
You just naturally sing things that you don't even recall?
I guess so. I just remembered the melody and I just felt like singing it. I don't know.
I think somebody needs to get themselves into a doctor's office very soon.
All right. Well, you know what? I actually do like Dr. Mario, though. So I have his amiibo. I like playing as him. So we're good to go. All right. So why am I here today, Josh?
You are here today because, we just made a list where we talked about what we would consider the worst DLC characters for Smash Brothers. And I felt like, you can't just do the worst. You got to do a positive side as well. So we're going to be talking about our absolute most wanted DLC characters for Super Smash Brothers on Wii U and 3DS.
Right on. Cool. Well, I'm ready. Do you want me to start or you want to start? How are we doing this?
You start.
All right. So one thing that I know a lot of people complain about Pokemon being in the game. There's too many Pokemon, whatever.
Yeah.
People say like, okay, you have the 6 Pokemon. They make up the team. You've got Greninja, Mewtwo, Lucario, you don't even like that many Pokemon either.
No.
But I know you love Pokemon Snap.
I love me some Pokemon Snap.
And so for me, basically, I would love to see Todd from Pokemon Snap in the 0-1.
Yes.
And all his attacks would basically be like surround like cameras. And so like snapping pictures. His final smash should be he summons Mew and he throws the pester balls at Mew until the ball explodes. I mean, like, he could summon other Pokemon onto the field. He could summon Zapdos to attack people with the camera. I think Todd in the 0-1 would be awesome. And then for his taunts, he could use Professor Oak. Because when Professor Oak would judge your, judge your pictures or whatever.
You were close.
Exactly. And maybe even that could even potentially be his final smash. His final smash could, instead of just summoning Mew, maybe he could take just a bunch of pictures of a bunch of different Pokemon, and it would force you into like a little mini game where everyone on the field would have to take these pictures of different Pokemon, and then you'd be judged, and then Professor Oak would knock the bottom 2 off the stage.
Sounds good. And also, we need another character in a vehicle because Bowser Jr. is in a vehicle, so that's introduced to the series.
Yeah, and actually that would be pretty easy too if they wanted to. I know Sakurai likes his clone characters. They could kind of just mix that in and maybe even toss in some of Bowser Jr.'s attacks. Maybe instead of the tongue that Bowser Jr. does out of his vehicle, instead of that he could use Lickitung. Take a picture of Lickitung, summon Lickitung or whatever. Lickitung my favorite Pokemon, so I think if they can incorporate Lickitung in any way, I think that'd be great. Another thing I think would be really cool, too, is, people like Pokemon Stadium. And in Pokemon Stadium, like I said, I don't know if Lickitung's in Pokemon Snap, I can't remember. But I know Lickitung was in Pokemon Stadium.
He is, actually, by the way.
Yeah, and if maybe Lickitung, when Todd summons Lickitung using his camera, maybe Lickitung could, throw sushi at opponents or something like that. I don't know, I think it'd be really cool. You know what, I don't want to say that I want Lickitung in the game. I think that would be kind of that wouldn't exactly be feasible, but I do think Todd could be in the game, and him summoning Lickitung, I think would be awesome.
Yeah, I actually really like Todd too from Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, good one. I'm gonna go on. All right, now I love Pikmin, right?
Yeah.
Pikmin is pretty much the game of gods as far as I'm concerned.
Your favorite franchise of all time. Yes.
It is. Maybe tied with Animal Crossing, but we've got obviously Pikmin and Olimar as playable characters, and Roger. Obviously, we have every Pikmin represented with Olimar's moveset. We've got red, blue, yellow. And then we've also got white and fatty purple Pikmin that you can throw from time to time. It's random.
Yeah.
And then the comeback move uses the winged Pikmin.
That's true.
But no rock Pikmin anywhere to be found in any of Olimar or Alf's moveset. And I think I think that's really weird because that you can even play as Alf, so they're acknowledging Pikmin 3. The course has to do with Pikmin 3, the stage. I would love to see rock Pikmin as their own playable fighter. I think it could happen. They're rocks, so you could bash into people just by jumping over to them. They'd be heavy, so if you could stomp down on the fighters. I don't know. I just think a Pikmin deserves to be its own fighter, and I think rock Pikmin, since they're not represented, would be an amazing choice.
I think that's actually a good choice, yeah. Because I think it'd be a little odd if you just had one Pikmin running around, but I think, Rock isn't represented, and I think they're powerful enough to be fighters. Maybe their final smashes could be a barrage of rock Pikmin. Maybe they fall from the sky or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be really cool. Or maybe they could summon a burrowing Snagrid or something like that could eat up all the different people on the field.
That'd work, yeah. I think rock Pikmin definitely would make a great fighter.
Yeah. I wasn't exactly sure where you were going with that, but I like that.
They're born good to fight. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Okay, so I know a lot of people want Wolf to come back. That's a big thing. People say they want Wolf to come back from Brawl. But the more I was thinking about it, I know Wolf is going to be in Star Fox Zero, but we haven't seen him yet. But we have seen Pigma Dengar. We saw Pigma in the E3 demo for Star Fox Zero. Pigma's been in every Star Fox game since Star Fox 64. He's actually a bigger villain in the games than Wolf is. He becomes this awesome Aporoid mixed android machine monster. You know what I'm talking about?
He's a boss battle.
Yeah, he's a crazy boss battle in Star Fox Assault, and I feel like if they're going to add a Star Fox character, and I know people are mixed whenever we bring up Slippy, so I won't mention Slippy, but I think if we're going to have another Star Fox villain and it not be Wolf, have it be someone original, I think Pigma would be a really good choice.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would agree with that, too. Pigma's he'd be different. He's like an evil bad guy in Star Fox. I think people would probably would want him to just replace Fox.
Yeah, and I think even with his taunt, well, maybe not Fox, but Wolf for sure.
Oh, no, I meant Wolf. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I was going to say, for his taunts, he could even say things from the game, where he's like, you'll be seeing your dad soon, or whatever he says, in the battle with Wolf. He says so many bad things that they could easily, put them in as taunts. I think maybe some of his moveset could revolve around when we see him in Star Fox Assault, so his comeback move could be when he's in that little hover car near the beginning of Assault on, the second level, when he picks up the little Aporoid piece. Yeah, that could be his comeback move. His final smash could obviously be that giant, mechanized form.
Yeah, where he's infected by the Aporoid, Yeah. That was really creepy in a strange way.
It was really creepy. But it was memorable enough for me to mention it here, so yeah.
I think Pigma would be a pretty popular choice. I mean, I don't know, I haven't looked around, but I can't imagine why people wouldn't like that. That'd be pretty cool. My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, now, I do not like Metroid Other M. I'll be totally honest. I didn't think it was fun. I didn't like the story or anything. But I was a pretty big fan of Adam Malkovich in the game.
Who's Adam?
He's her, commander. He's...
Okay. What about him?
So I think he would be amazing for Smash Brothers. We only have 2 Metroid representatives in Smash, and they're both Samus. I actually think that in Metroid Other M, he was in charge. I thought that was one of the more memorable things about Metroid Other M. Samus finally had structure and she wasn't just aimlessly wandering around, and she was actually following orders and taking a task instead of just doing whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
And I think Adam could be really fun in Smash Brothers. I like the character design. He's a pretty important part of the Metroid series. So I can just imagine them, and we don't know much about him other than, he was the commander, Samus's commander in Other M.
Yeah. And actually that would work too, because he was in multiple Metroid games. I never even thought of Adam, to be honest. I always thought maybe a space pirate or something like that. And I definitely think Adam would be better than Ridley for sure. Because Ridley, we always have this discussion about Ridley being too big. I think Adam he's actually a pretty interesting choice. I've never heard anybody say that before, but I like that.
Yeah, I think he'd be good.
Yeah, that's good. What would be his final smash? What do you think his final smash?
His final smash could be that he commands the other characters to jump off the edge, or you control them. You get to control them. Yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
That'd be pretty cool. Am I up then?
You're up.
All right, cool. So my next choice is actually from Animal Crossing.
Okay.
So I think it's weird that Animal Crossing is such a big franchise, but we haven't really seen Animal Crossing characters in Smash Brothers beyond the Villager. And people have argued Tom Nook, but Tom Nook's already in Villager's Final Smash. People said Isabelle, but Isabelle's an assist trophy. There's all these other characters, and the one that I think would actually really work from Animal Crossing would be Wendel the Walrus. Because he's been in every Animal Crossing game, and I know you know this because you're a fan of Animal Crossing.
Right.
He's been in every Animal Crossing game since the original one, and in the most recent one, he was basically who you meet in the Dream Suite.
And I've met him many times.
Yeah, because you do your Dream Diaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm totally on board.
Yeah, and I think that would be awesome, because maybe he could help you basically create your own moveset. Because I know a lot of people felt mixed about the custom moves in Super Smash Brothers, especially the competitive community. But I think if they forced it into a character, if they forced in custom moves and making your own moveset, and maybe even designing your own moves, obviously it would take a lot more development time. But they could tie that in with Wendel the Walrus, and I think really make him a solid fighter, and make him this kind of malleable fighter, but also still give the Animal Crossing series another representative. I think Wendel would be great. And on top, he could maybe hit people with his art easel. Because, he hands you the art and stuff like that. He could hit people with the art easel. Mm-hmm.
He'd be a bigger character, and that's something Smash needs. I don't think there's really enough of the bigger, sort of slower but more powerful characters. So
he would. He'd be about Bowser size, but he wouldn't be too big. He wouldn't be Ridley size or anything. So.
And they could even just clone the final smash of Peach, where she makes everybody fall asleep.
Oh yeah, he could do the same thing and send you to the dreamscape. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would work pretty perfectly. Yeah,
I like that. That's good.
Cool. I'm all for Animal Crossing.
I'm legit surprised that I actually don't disagree with any of your choices so far.
Same with me.
Normally we're like yelling, so yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna copy you a little bit. I also have an Animal Crossing character.
Okay.
And like you said, a lot of the main ones are already taken. You know, like they're in a Final Smash or they're an assist trophy. So actually, a lot of people love this character. It's Ankha the cat. She's like an Egyptian cat. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah. She was on the island in the GameCube one.
Yeah. So she's one of the like most popular characters, extra characters. She could use like some sort of Egyptian attacks. Smash Brothers needs way more female fighters. She's a female cat.
That's true. And I know you don't want Bayonetta, so this would be a better choice for you.
Oh my god, Ankha would be infinitely better than Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Anything from Animal Crossing is infinitely better than Bayonetta, as far as I'm concerned.
No arguments there.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think like characters that are simple, like Ankha, would mean that they can just make up a lot of the moves. Like you just kind of take the basic theme. You don't have to like work with a bunch of stuff that's already pre-existing, so they can kind of come up with their own Egyptian type moves. Maybe she can use like emotions from Animal Crossing.
She could summon the little like mummy dog. What's the dog's name? Maybe
Lucky.
The dog's name is Mummy.
No, it's Lucky.
Lucky.
He's in bandages.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, she could like summon Lucky for her final smash and have like a bunch of zombie Luckies attack people.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So yeah, we both got. I think we both have some pretty good Animal Crossing predictions there.
Yeah, Wendell. I like Wendell. Ankha's cool because I wouldn't have thought of Ankha, and I also think she could represent like a villager type character, like one of the basic villagers, while still being like a recognizable one. Not being like a random one that nobody knows the name of. And on top of that, she could also represent the island in a way that like Cap'n really can't, because Cap'n's already in the boat on the 3DS stage. Mm-hmm. And since she was one of the original island characters, they can maybe incorporate some of the island stuff, like the mini games, catching bugs. Maybe she could like release rare bugs onto people, like scarabs or something Egyptian. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be great.
Anka'd be cool. Yeah, I like Ankha a lot. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
All right, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this one because I don't think you're gonna agree with me on this one. So
I've agreed so far.
There was an awesome game on the Wii. It was like WiiWare, Wii eShop, whatever, that came out back, I think it was 2008, called Fluidity.
Okay.
And it did well. It sold well to the point where they made a sequel on 3DS called Fluidity Spin Cycle.
And it's great.
Yeah, and I actually think they could turn water into a playable character. They could turn like the playable water from Fluidity into a playable character in Super Smash Brothers, because they could evaporate to use like kind of heat attacks. That would be the comeback move. They could become ice. They could like throw ice shards at people, make a blizzard on top of someone, really move around. I think the movement would look really cool for that character. I think graphically it would look really cool because there'd be a lot of reflectors thrown onto it. Yeah, I think the water from I think its official name is like H2O or something. And I think they would use the model from the 3DS version as opposed to the WiiWare one, because the 3DS one had eyes, it had like buggy eyes, and it looked kind of goofy, but I still think it would work as a playable character. And I think Fluidity is a strong enough WiiWare game where they could really like take the time and sit down and say, okay, this represents the eShop in a way that a character, maybe like, Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western, or like, some of those other like garbage eShop games, it would represent like an actual good eShop game.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, yes. That
right?
He looks really cute too. He kind of reminds me of Dewey from Dewey's Adventure, which was like a really popular
Dewey.
Wii game.
Oh man, Dewey would be sick if they put Dewey from Dewey's Adventure in Super Smash Brothers.
That would be amazing.
Done.
Yeah,
and actually, man,
there's like so many things you could do with water characters. So like, the Fluidity. What was it? Just the water from Fluidity would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt they'd call it water, but they could.
It's H2O. H2O or something. Maybe it has a name. We just don't remember it.
Could you say H2O like Xander? Like, say it like the announcer.
H2O!
That actually sounds awesome. See, there you go.
Perfect. Put it in. And
right.
And that water, like you said, that had like a lot, you could get a lot of power-ups and stuff.
Yeah. So, there were tons of things you could do in the game. You could use like the weird Storybook shadow thing. Storybook, I'm thinking Once Upon a Time. But like, the storybook, when you're using, like, you're going through the levels and it's like a storybook, there were these weird, like, shadowy creatures that would come out of the storybook that maybe Fluidity could use in some of his attacks. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be, I want that so bad now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I feel like it's original enough, but it's still iconic enough. Because, like, I feel like people who are on the eShop will recognize, like, the water from Fluidity above, like...
I'd say out of all Nintendo's eShop efforts,
at least the ones on WiiWare, at least. Let's clarify. The ones on WiiWare, for sure.
Yeah. That's the one that, like, as far as characters go, that's one that stands out more to me than any of the others.
And it had multiple games, too. Like, and Dylan's already, like, an assist trophy. Mm-hmm. And Dylan would be too much like Sonic. I would never want Dylan from Dylan's World and Western in Smash.
Yeah. Okay, so actually it's funny because just like Animal Crossing, I also have an eShop version to go with your eShop prediction. Okay.
All right.
It wasn't this summer. It was last summer, I believe. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball came out. One of the best eShop games that I've actually ever played. I really want Rusty Slugger as a playable character in Super Smash Bros. It would be amazing. First of all, he could have a bat, so it's kind of like a sword character, but instead of the sword, he has a baseball bat. As far as I'm concerned, baseball bat greater than sword. Way cooler. And also, he could have baseballs, so he could have a projectile, he could knock the baseballs at people as they're, coming towards you or something like that. And his final smash could be a home run, to where, everybody slows down and they're, really vulnerable to damage, so you just walk up to him and then you just hit him with your baseball bat.
Clock him with the baseball bat.
Yeah,
that's
so it's
really
like a home run. A stadium could appear in the background, you could, see him go flying.
Well, the stadium would probably be the stage if Rusty was Actually, that Rusty is a strong possibility, too, because when you look at some of the stuff that was, quote-unquote, leaking about new games in development, people were talking about Diddy Kong Racing 2 and Rusty being a character in that. So if they really wanted to build up Rusty as, a recognizable eShop character like H2O, I think they could do that with him by putting him in Smash Brothers,
But don't you think if H2O from Fluidity was put into Smash Brothers, then it would really leak? We'd really see a leak then, Roger.
All right, let's not.
Did you see what I did there? That was water humor.
It was water humor. No, I like Rusty. I think that's good. In fact, Rusty's final smash could be, the old Nintendo baseball pitcher toy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be his final smash, and that would reference old Nintendo history that hasn't already been referenced before. Mm-hmm. I like that actually a lot. I think that's a really good choice.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if Rusty Slugger. I would be surprised if Rusty Slugger does not make it as a DLC character. If I'm being completely upfront,
I don't think he's
because we need an eShop character. It's either going to be. I think it will be Rusty or it will be H2O from Fluidity. I think we've pretty much nailed it with either of those being DLC for eShop.
Well, and people did really legitimately like Rusty. I feel like Kotaku named it one of their games of the year or something. Mm-hmm. The year it came out. That's not a joke. That's a real they actually did. They named it game of the year.
It's a really fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. Cool. All right, my last choice is bizarre, but I want you to hear me out. So a lot of people have been talking about Sonic in Super Smash Bros., most specifically in Wii U, because he's kind of a broken character now. He runs a little too fast, he speeds across the stage. A lot of his combos you can't get out of.
Oh, they broke him?
He's not broken.
With an update, they changed it?
No. So he was always good. He just wasn't good in Brawl. But now he's really good in the Wii U and 3DS version. So they basically broke him and they made him even better by, with the new patches, because they made some of his combos harder to get out of. He has his up smash. He's far better now. And Sonic was doing really well at tournaments too. So I think it's kind of a way to counteract that. What they could maybe do is include Sonic from Sonic Unleashed.
Ooh,
as opposed to adding Tails or Eggman or whatever. It would still be another version of Sonic, and it wouldn't be unheard of because we already have Dr. Mario from Mario. And unlike Dr. Mario, you wouldn't be able to keep where Sonic wouldn't be a clone. You could do a whole.
He'd be powerful. You would go from being a character that was wimpy and fast to powerful and slow.
Yeah, and I think that would actually be good. Yeah, because if you look at they have Bowser, Donkey Kong, all these other big characters, even with Wendel that I mentioned earlier from Animal Crossing, I think they could do something similar with him, with the Werehog, Sonic, whatever he's called, but the Werehog in particular. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's a Werehog. I don't know if that's official name. I think it's Werehog.
Yeah, and there was even a whole short that Sega did dedicated to that character. I think they could maybe even do a thing for his final smash where he summons the ghosts from the evil mansion from that short. They could do a lot of stuff with the Werehog, and I honestly think if Sega is going to add another character, it'd be cool to see someone from Jet Set or maybe someone from Super Monkey Ball, but definitely I think if they're going to add any other Sonic character, I'd much rather see the Werehog than someone stupid like Shadow or Knuckles.
Yeah, and I'm not even, obviously I'm not a fan of Sonic, but I think Sonic as a werewolf is pretty damn badass, and that deserves to be somehow represented in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's the one time that I was all right, Sonic is pretty awesome. So, yeah, and that would be really fun to play as him, too, so...
Yeah, he'd be jumping around and stuff, in the original game, too. He's, leaping off buildings and he's slashing at people. He's cool. He could be, the Wolverine of Super Smash Brothers.
I'm down. I am down.
I'm down.
All right.
Let's go. All right, what's your last pick?
Final one. Final one. All right, you ready?
All right, yeah.
This is going to be a third-party character, and I know I'm against third-party characters, but I think this is maybe the one that I would be okay with being in the game. And I really want, I'm more than okay with this. I really want this. I think this would be so big for Nintendo.
All right.
I recently, over the winter, got into playing Minecraft. It is so incredibly addictive and fun. I think Steve from Minecraft in Smash Brothers would friggin' blow up like crazy. Like the game would sell 3 times the amount that it's already sold.
Minecraft in Smash Brothers is probably the #1 thing that all competitive Smash Brothers players want, honestly. Like, that is like one of the biggest third-party requests. I think even above Bayonetta. Like, definitely above Bayonetta.
Way above. I mean, Minecraft is like one of the biggest video games, in the last 10 years or something? Like, that's huge.
And they just announced that they're bringing the first Minecraft game to Wii U. They're bringing, like, it's like the Story Chronicles or something. It's like the Telltale Games version of Minecraft.
Are you serious?
So,
is that not already confirmation that he's going to be in Smash? Why would they?
I don't necessarily think that, but, like, I do think that it gives him at least a good shot, you know? Because if by putting that on the Wii U eShop, I feel like, because Minecraft is also owned by Microsoft, similar to how Banjo and Kazooie are. But Banjo Kazooie are like, they haven't really been popular characters recently. You know, they're like, people want them, but they haven't really been in any game other than the rare replay games.
Right.
But Steve from Minecraft, like, he could do a lot of things. He could build the blocks. I mean, people would go crazy.
And imagine the level.
Oh my god, the Minecraft level would be amazing. Level would be amazing. And you could summon, like, the creepers in the middle of the night, and you'd have, like, he'd use, like, the little baby sheep. Oh my gosh, and the pickaxe. It's done. It's done. And the stage, oh my god, the Minecraft stage could be like giant old pixel versions of Nintendo characters that that are built in the background, kind of like the Mario Maker stage.
I want this so bad.
100%. I'm actually
this has gotten me way more excited than I need to be about Smash Brothers DLC.
I legit want that now. That's actually really good.
So we both said each of our 5, right?
Yeah.
So Roger, there's one more thing you wanted to mention, Roger.
Something else I want to mention?
Yeah, about this discussion in general.
About in general. Oh, I thought you meant another character.
No.
Because I still think Navi could work from Zelda. But, you know, with that being said, I think we should maybe say that this whole thing's So, this was a little test. We wanted to troll you guys we literally came up with the worst possible DLC characters, and and we wanted to do a discussion where we just trolled you guys pretending like we actually wanted these characters. By the way, none of these characters we've listed here tonight. Absolutely not. Though, to be kind of fair, that Minecraft stage that you mentioned at the ending is actually kind of cool. I actually think that would be
That's the worst one that I thought of. Minecraft and Smash would suck.
Oh my god.
I lost it when you were talking about the water. Water is a playable character in Smash.
You're going to have to edit that out.
They won't know it. They'll know it now, but...
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't wait to read the comments because I know so many people are going to comment before listening to this part. And it's going to be...
What are you going to use? What are the ones you're going to use in the thumbnail? Which ones are you going to use in the thumbnail?
We're going to use Fluidity for sure. That's a terrible one. Minecraft has to be in there for clickbait.
Use H2O, man.
I don't even know if that's its name.
We were talking about it before this discussion about trolling, and I was like, oh man.
that's my favorite. When you said that so beautifully when by the way, this is still the discussion that they're listening to.
Yeah, I know.
But you said that so beautifully when you're like, water could be a playable character in Smash. I literally had to like back away from the mic. I was dying.
I wonder how many people just like closed their laptops or threw them in anger when I mentioned Werehog Sonic, and I'm like, he's so much better than Shadow and Knuckles.
Roger, do you want to tell people where they can follow you? The links are in the description.
You can find me at Roger Space everywhere, man. You're gonna have to bleep. You're gonna have no. You're good. You're good. We're still recording. It doesn't matter. My girlfriend's here in the background, and she's just reacting to the Sonic and Knuckles thing. Which is it? Oh yeah, I'm still recording. It's all good. Keep this in. This is funny.
This is all. Yeah, this is all.
Definitely keep this in. You're gonna have to bleep out. You're gonna have to bleep out that expletive I said though.
What was it? Say it again.
I said.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, we'll bleep that out twice.
I said it earlier too when I said the whole thing was a troll though. So
this whole video was inspired by the comments that we got for the worst Smash Brothers characters. A lot of people were like, "Whoa!" So we decided, we got to troll these people, and it felt good.
I started with Todd because I felt like that would be like an easy way to kind of ease them into it, and then I just got like more crazy from there.
I think I wanted to say something around the lines of like, and he's like a really well designed character. I think that's because he's so not. He's
or if
so
you said,
not.
If you said, when you said Adam Malkovich, and you're like, yeah, he just commands everyone to walk. I threw in the bit with Ridley too. I literally cannot wait to read the comments. If you are listening to the end of this video though, do not spoil it for people in the comments.
I'll delete. I will delete any comments that spoil it. Not to be a jerk,
do not
but just
spoil the ending of this. If this is a troll, like leave the people who are clearly not listening to this discussion all the way through to leave horrible comments that we can make fun of in the comments below.
This has been my favorite discussion that we've ever done.
Wonderful. Well, except for the Disney Princess one that's been
we
lost
need to redo
time.
that one. Yeah,
we do actually have to redo that one at some point. So, all right, man.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to leave some comments below. Well, I don't know. You don't need to. Whatever. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Ankha for Smash. If they can incorporate Lickitung in any way, I think that'd be great.
I'll edit this part out. I'll edit this out. I'll edit this out, I promise.
Okay.
The way you said Lickitung is my favorite Pokemon. I know nothing about Pokemon, but I know that's so not true.
Wait, can I keep going with that, though?
Yeah. I'll edit I'll add the laughing out.
Yeah. This represents the eShop in a way that a character, maybe like, Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western, or like, some of those other like garbage eShop games, it would represent like an actual good eShop game.
We're gonna keep all this, don't worry. But I have to you had me dead the second you said.
I know.
Could you hear me? No. You had me so dead the second you said they can make water a playable character. All right, don't worry.
I thought the bit that got you was the eShop thing. I was like, he's far better than characters like Dylan.
Yeah, that was
like
a good
garbage.
All right, so I'm gonna pick up from there. Could you hear me giggling? It doesn't matter if you could, because I'll just mute my side of the audio.
Not really. No, I couldn't really hear it. No. You'll listen to it and you'll know.
Yeah. Okay.
They could turn like the playable water from Fluidity into a playable character in Super Smash Brothers. The playable water, Super Smash Brothers.